Hey everyone, it's Ross from Mythic Mountains Folk Tabletop Club. What you're about to see are the ongoing adventures of our years-long running Rappan Athuk Mega Dungeon campaign using swords and wizardry, a retroclone of the original D&D game. Like, subscribe, and share if you wish. You're welcome to join us, and we hope you enjoy. It is miles beneath, a demon-haunted maze that once swallowed a crusading army. The legendary Rappan Athuk, the Dungeon of Graves. A handful of iron-thewed men risk their lives, their very souls, to plunder and explore, to stop the creeping tendrils of chaos. This is their story.
Magical realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
Everyone if I rolled a 2, I'd be like, well, okay, but it had to be 1. Okay,
I know.
I'm done. I'm over it.
He rolled a 1 for his hit point tonight.
Yes.
That's what, after
it's
months.
Okay. Chat, we're very sorry to say that 1/8 of the time you will roll a 1 on your D8.
Yeah, this is my first time leveling up since I joined this group.
I do not personally endorse rolling hit points for every single level. I prefer to have a flat hit point advancement or average hit points, but I have inherited the table rules and I love them, so we're sticking to that. Just have to say, like, I've got my reputation.
Just
to protect
don't die.
Or
there you go.
Yes, it's
just
true.
Don't ever take hits.
Just don't lose hit points. It's fine. Anyway, so it is the darkest of winter. It is just the solstice. The sun is just beginning to start re-establishing its dominance over the sunlit lands, and the darkest of the tide has begun to wane. But it still sucks outside. The only people who travel are madmen and adventurers. There is no commerce. There is no casual movement from place to place. The only people who travel are those with dire need, and they do so at a slow pace. Unless, of course, they do so on a river, in which case they can move more or less the same speed they always could, just more miserably and more coldly. And so that is why we return now to the Bristleback Inn, where the members of the Kayden's Fist have gathered once again to plan their schemes for the coming day. The reserves of food are still fat, thanks to their efforts in the previous days to bolster the reserves of the town against the hungry tides of winter. And now, before them rests another opportunity to go forth and wrest treasure from the darkness beyond the world. Today, our caller is the ever-estimable Ross. Also with us is Father Chris and the mysterious Zolatan, who hides behind his wonderful PNG tuber. Ross, what is the plan today? What are our adventurers going to go do?
Has there been anything interesting happen in town since we came back and sold our stuff?
One thing. A woman came from far out of town and knocked hard on Magnus's door and said a woman clad in heavy sealskin furs to ward off the cold, with the pale visage marking her as one of Ulfkel's Vizhnotr countrymen. She bare a sword on her hip, and in her hand she carried a stone tablet wrapped in protective leather, which she presented to Magnus's servants. She claimed herself as Signe Knudsdatter, and she wished to hire the sage Magnusson to translate this relic into a modern tongue. The tablet is written in the demon tongue of Drunic, and it is known that there are very few who can both read that language and consider themselves sane. Magnus is one of the few people of that number.
And I will have attended to it.
Indeed. The relic which you have unearthed is a series of instructions on how to find a treasure in a distant land far to the north. Apparently one stolen long ago from a region to the east, in which the Signe clearly intends to take for herself. She will offer you 150 gold pieces for the translation, and I wish to know, what will you tell her?
So you're saying it gives directions?
Yes. Directions to
Directions to a delve, a ruin with treasure?
a ancient ruin where a treasure was secreted by a demon cult long ago, in which she aims to reclaim for herself.
I will tell her that the value of this thing is at least triple what you offer. should you find its location and find what lies within. Whoever holds this relic has a map to wealth that they haven't imagined before.
If they return with it alive, she says.
Indeed.
What value has it to you? You are shackled here to this place. You have responsibilities. I move freely. What do you want in exchange for your services, old man? I will offer you... I can pay.
More than a paltry 150 gold.
I'll give you $300. I'll give you 300 in my services for one outing.
Done. So I deliver it to her, and with the translation and already written on a nice little piece of parchment, I hand it to her.
All right, you've got a one mission hireling.
Okay, Signa. And then we're going to bring Locken and Monacan, right?
Works for me.
Do you want me to bring both? I can. I was just saying I can throw it out there. Who else can we bring? Who else should we bring?
I don't think that us two actually have any hirelings, so it's pretty much just going to be them.
Okay, then.
And normally we have way more meat shields.
Then absolutely. They're. I wonder if Locken would even be eager. He's been a long time since he's. I don't know what kind of personality he has these days.
Refresh my memory on what kind of class that he has.
He's an assassin.
That sounds useful, but also not very meat shieldy.
No. No.
We do have the Horn of Valhalla, so we'll have meat shields for exactly one encounter.
True.
Yeah.
Powerful magic.
And Richard, I do need to update you on some things to do with Monacan.
Yes,
Sorry,
it's all very mysterious, Sam.
uh,
Alright, so her AC is...
Where is Locken at?
Do you tell us about... I mean, I suppose you have to tell us something about Signa, but what do you tell us?
Yes, that's a good question.
Well, is she not from the Fjortner camp that we've seen a couple of times in the early days? I sort of assumed she was of that folk.
She is not. She is from farther to the north and traveled south, having heard rumor of you. Though apparently she heard of you from people from that camp who traveled north.
Okay.
Then I'm also interested in speaking with her. Can we assume some degree of exchange of information in Kayden's fist, or I don't know, would Blupert know about things that Kayden's fist has been up to? He's only adventured with them a couple times.
That's really not up to me to say, honestly.
Okay. I think it makes sense. I don't suppose it's our way here to kind of work all that out by chatting about it, unless it's something that needs to be acted on. So, if that's the case, then if I have heard of these Fjonjotter, since I only vaguely know of them as probably demon worshipping, baby eating people, so Magnus probably needs to provide some sort of reassurance anyways. And on
The
that
hardy
basis,
sell it. Yes.
Magnus actually knows a lot about them, having seen them in their camp and encountered them and all kinds of stuff. Actually, you did not encounter them.
Ulfkill is one.
Ulfkill is one. That's right, too. Yes, so...
He's just not quite as obviously barbaric and heathen as most of them are.
Magnus also knows about the fall of Eastreach and how the lands are lawless because of these people. So, I ask, which seems important to me, I ask Signa about this. Signa, tell us of these other lands. What the lord of this place has been slain. My family's lived here among the people that were gathered here 2 years ago. I was but a lad. We nearly perished in the forest, thanks to your people.
But you lived, didn't you? You proved your strength.
Is that how that works?
Whether we like it or not, it's how it works. The weak perish, and the strong endure. And it is judged not, and it is only when we have perished and we can judge how strong we were.
You I worship the light. What a reprehensible view of things. It is actually the opposite. We should help those who need help.
I didn't say you shouldn't help people. The question then is being helped not a form of strength? Is helping others not a way of building strength? That those you bind to you become your strength as well, and those who abandon you are your weakness. Again, it is only when you perish that your weakness or your strength is known.
Now you're speaking in poetry.
That's what we do.
Well, you also take over cities and burn them to the ground. So I ask, are they on their way here, or what happened to these armies that made shore in our country?
They're busy consolidating things.
Consolidating.
The people, plundering, rampaging, looting. That's easy for an army. Taking land, administering it. That's harder.
Oh, so they aren't just raiding; they're actually seizing and trying to govern.
Well,
I hear.
As we learn this lesson the hard way here ourselves.
I have none of this was my business. I wasn't part of that band. If you wish to vent your spleen on me and seek vengeance for your troubles against me, go to. But, well...
No, I'm interested
I would hate to make an enemy of you. You seem a fine man.
These bands. What names do they have? Especially the ones that made landfall and slit the throat of our lord of these lands. Lord
Who is your lord now? Have you found a new one?
We have.
Who? Or do you not trust me not to make trouble with him?
I look at everybody else.
Relax. I make no enemy of your men.
I suppose you would hear his name here on the lips of everyone in this peninsula. He is a hero to us. As is Magnus, in fact.
Now. You flatter me.
Wait. I've heard rumors. I thought them a jest. You speak of Ulfkill?
Yes.
Our gracious king.
Do not laugh at the name of our lord. He is a slayer of dark knights and plunder of tombs. He is traveled down into the depths of hell itself.
Perhaps I'll meet him.
True. He's shown great resolve. It is true. He's earned.
I see you're very amused to see that one of your own has taken a seat of power.
Yeah, he's proven himself strong, as they say. Perhaps, as I've said, there are many kinds of strength.
Well, he's done so through friendship and the purging of darkness. So maybe this is a lesson that you would respect.
And a fair amount of luck.
And let me guess, his spear arm. Respectable, yes?
I'd say so.
Wielding a holy spear, if you can believe it.
I can believe it. believe anything about that man from what I've heard. I've heard he skinned an ant and wears it like a cloak.
Yes,
It's
it was.
true.
It was a
True.
big ant.
Too true.
Does
Heard he's got
Magnus...
3 eyes.
Not
That-
true.
That, somewhat true.
He has
Exaggerated.
always only had 2.
Uh,
One of them isn't this original.
Yes, there was a. It's just the 2, but there was a period of having 1. So, there you go. If you
Yes.
look at the whole set of them that he's ever had, there are 3.
Well, shall we about it? We purpose to return to the
Ah,
to the cloisters, do we?
To skip ahead, out of character, my intention is to, number 1, get names of threats if she knows them. Number 2, if Magnus shares what he knows, determine is before she leaves our service. Is that something we're interested in? Not tonight, but ultimately.
Is what something we're
What do you
interested
mean?
in?
Well, apparently she's going to take this directions to this tomb of great treasure, and she's going to...
And this is inside the cloister, just to be clear,
I don't
or is
think
it
so.
like somewhere else
No.
entirely?
far to the north.
Okay.
In Fish-Norter territory.
To cut to the chase, Magnus is willing to let her have it.
Mhm.
I'm not looking
That's
to make a journey far to the north.
Yeah, they say no one ever
no,
comes back from the north.
Well, few come back from the places we go to regularly.
That's
We don't need
Big
to
man
add
who
another
came
one.
from the north like raises an eyebrow at that.
I just don't want to add another thing to the list. It's just
If you'd go north and preach less and be more polite, perhaps you'd, encounter better fates. But
Politeness.
you always come bearing your tree and hollering about the leaves and the lights and so on. And actually, someone's like, "Well, what's all that about? Why don't you not do that?" And inevitably, it always comes to blows.
Well,
Always burning down our sacred trees and so on.
those are two things that an Englishman does: is politeness and preaching. So,
Wow.
very, very well. Do you trust her, Magnus?
I trust her to keep her word.
That's as much trust as we ask for in this context.
And then back to the Citadel, I guess.
She will show her trustworthiness by whether or not she survives or dies.
I guess.
All right.
Only in death is your strength known.
Indeed.
Call no
These are
man
just the
happy.
type- Yeah,
Call no
I
man
like
happy
this
until
type.
he is dead and so on.
Exactly. This is the perfect type to accompany us into the dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose that's true too. All right, well then, we bed down and head to the Myrmidon the next day and sail for the Citadel.
Because you have thoroughly conquered the Citadel itself, one of the privileges you have earned is to not be subject to random encounters on the journey there, unless you want me to. So, do you want random encounters? Yes, no?
No, thank you.
I don't think
That's
I'll be
my
able to-
vote. That's my
You are spared nonsense on the path.
Caller can turn on the hardness switch if he wants to. The randomization switch.
We're already kind of playing hard mode through fewer PCs than
All
normal.
right. So,
Exactly.
adjusting the marching order. Sindar not here. Pasling not here. Praetari not here. Morpert is here and at full health. Monacan is here and at full health. Magnus is here. Signa is here. And Lachan is here. And I don't have a token for him, but I can fix that in a second. How many hit points does Lachan have?
15.
All right. Da-da.
He is a level 4 assassin.
All right. Display name, always for everyone. Resources, none. And always for everyone, done. Boom. God, I love how easy that is.
Do you know if my saving throw changes when I level up? Probably.
Actually, I think it does.
Oh.
Probably should. Everyone else's generally does. What's your current What's your current saving throw?
12.
Okay, now it's 11.
Amazing. Incredible.
Alrighty. All right. So.
I'm going to use the medallion of ESP.
Mm-hmm.
well nearby to this Signy lady.
She is contemplating the journey ahead, suppressing a faint dread of going into a dark, enclosed space. There is a touch of claustrophobia to her that she is working very hard to not admit to the existence of. And she is very concerned about the possibility that you will betray her or attempt to ensorcel her in some way, and she is very on guard against that. But there is no obvious intent of betrayal from her, though she does contemplate the possibility that you will perish and she will be able to plunder your belongings from your corpse.
As well she should.
The threat of ensorcelment from us is rather legitimate.
Mm-hmm.
As well it is.
Yes. If you attempt to cast Charm Person on her and she makes her saving throw, the next thing that happens will probably be her spear going for your neck.
I see no need to do any of those things. It's not.
Yes.
I'm not trigger happy for Charm Person.
That is
I mean,
not true, sir. That is not true. You can't lie to me that easily.
It's been months and months since I've cast it.
Yes, yes. Alrighty. So we got Lock-On, we got Signet, we got Monacan.
Has it been
Alright.
months since we encountered that Jackalware?
Oh, yeah, it's been a couple months. Not too many. Alright, so, Outer Cloister. You return once again to the Cloister proper. Once there, Ulfkel and company greet you. Ulfkel and Finbar have taken a precedence as the local leaders, as have Lostan and Dobby. The place has been briefly raided once more by a clutch of trolls, but once they saw Ulfkel brandishing the gold spear, they broke and ran, to the apparent frustration of one of them. Klidna is still here, waiting impatiently for spring to come, and getting increasingly confused as to how long winter is.
She's the fairy.
Yes, or they're the fairy. Their whole gender situation is abstruse and fey.
They appear human.
They are generally guised as a house cat.
Oh,
It was
okay.
a raccoon
Yeah, I
before.
was wondering how that.
I guess
Oh,
I guess
a
they become
raccoon,
little more
sorry.
friendly. Okay.
Yes. Sorry, raccoon. That was in fact the
friendly
thing.
raccoon.
Thank you for correcting the history. They are still a friendly raccoon, gleefully stealing treats or stealing treats from the people there, who have all grown quite fond of her.
Okay.
I have a question.
Inquire.
Could I get a description of which of the trolls expressed such dismay at the others breaking and running, so I know who to target first if we encounter them? You don't necessarily just say that we exchange notes if you desire.
Yeah, Ulfkel gives you a description of it, and he gives you some notes about a
Interesting.
distinguishing scar on its brow.
Oh,
Wow.
hopefully I'll remember this.
Yes. Although, given the rate at which the Mossmen regenerate and grow over themselves, who's to say if the scar will still be there a week or an hour from now?
I'm the insufferable person that can spend the rest of the session in here in court, in Ulfkel's court. So I won't make you all suffer. And the top.
But I do want you to give a very brief version of that, because now I'm fascinated to hear.
All right, here goes. The issued order version is just I just want to inquire to their morale, like how everyone is doing.
Morale is much higher now. In fact, you would describe it as quite high.
Wow.
Primarily, they are now led by Ulfkel and Finbar. Ulfkel his personal charisma is mediocre, and actually Finbar's personal charisma is also mediocre. And actually maybe morale's not that high now that I think about it. But they know that Finbar between Finbar, Lofstan, Dobby, and Ulfkel, they have strong fighters who the trolls fear.
Yeah.
And that matters a lot, because the thing that they haven't had to bolster them were heroes who would help them stand against great monsters. And the thing
they routed some trolls, that's got to count for a lot.
It cost them a lot. Like, a lot of them died. And you mean the recent trolls? Oh yeah, yes. The recent the trolls clearly fear Ulfkel and Finbar and Lofstan and Dobby in a way that they didn't fear the mercenaries. What's the word I'm looking for? The garrison who you have hired. And that matters to them. Like, they have fire, they have enough, military oil to deter trolls. But the difference between we can deter them with a cascade of fire, and they see Ulfkel brandish the gold spear and they flinch and scamper, is different.
Roger.
So the general sense you're getting is that morale is solid. These guys are not going to break and flee. They feel pretty confident they can hold out until spring, and that once spring comes, lots more people will be here.
Mhm.
And in the meantime, the pay is good. They feel part of something big and important.
Yeah.
And this place is, honestly, if you're going to be hunkered down against trolls, being behind 5 solid feet of stone isn't a bad way to do it.
Okay. Sorry, I'm looking over at this screen is where the maps and stuff are. Look in here. Okay. So we had cleared the perfumed vault last time. Did you all want to go to the shaft and try to actually go down that shaft? We're going to avoid that room. The one with the red door.
Right.
The Red Death, sorry, right? So
Yes, we want to have someone with some ability to cure disease or to learn more about it using like commune or something similar.
So
But,
what do you all...
until we do so, then that
We need a
shaft
time-
30 feet down in the Abbot's vault. Is that the perfume vault? Yeah, that's got to be.
Do we need a time tracker?
I probably do. I don't usually do that.
Honestly, I can handle it this time. It's not a big deal. I've got graph
Okay,
paper.
sure.
On.
I
Yeah,
can multitask.
You have to do mapping, which is a pain.
all right. Yeah, if you could...
I-
Oh, sorry.
I'm
go
willing to this time.
I don't know if you want to. Sure, go for it.
I got my OSC dungeon time tracker open right now.
Nice. All right. The time of day when you start will be 9 a.m. plus a random time of turn. Okay. It is 10:20 when you begin. Where will you guys have all the equipment you need geared up?
I do...
Signet goes in as carrying like her armor, her sword, a shield, and a spear, and that's it. Actually, she probably also has a lot of small throwing knives, but
Does someone have a grappling hook and rope?
you can. I don't think anyone explicitly has that, but like we can. That's well within. Now is the time to start retconning things into existence.
I am checking. No. That's something. Yes.
We should ask
get that.
Ufkill for one. Like, or we should ask for one here in this camp before we head out.
Okay. Lofstan will gladly sell you a rope.
I would be totally fine if you said, "Too bad you didn't buy it," because that's fair. Yes. I have.
Lofstan knew you would forget to bring it, because Lofstan's always been the one who brought the sacks, and now this is your problem. He will
Does that,
gladly.
does that mean we should have some sacks?
Yeah, I'll also look at him and I'm like, also could have the sacks.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
For some money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you can buy stuff for standard prices from.
I insist.
It
on
also
paying.
probably helps that this place has coffins in basically every room.
I wouldn't trust in their structural stability.
All right.
Okay, so we get a
definitely gonna need the
rope
sacks.
and a grappling hook, and then head out from the outer cloister to the ruined cloister, and then head down from level 1 from there. And I have the map here, but do you want to do it test, or I can do it if you.
Tell
I'm
the
just
explanation
reading.
of how to navigate to the room.
Yeah.
And we are talking. Just to be clear, we're definitely talking about the. So you want me to describe our journey to the Abbot's Vault? Is that right?
Precisely.
Okay. Where'd I put my stylus? Here it is. That's relatively straightforward. Okay, so the ruin. We're starting from the ruined cloister, not the main cloister. Shuffling through pages. Wait, shit, isn't that the main cloister? Shit. Shoot.
Maps are fun, chat. We have fun
Hang
here.
on. I'm wondering if I wonder if I just mislabeled the ruined cloister the whole time. No, that's not right. So it is the ruined cloister. There's this we're talking the spiral staircase and the broken kitchen.
right.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, yeah, the spiral staircase and the broken kitchen. I got confused because like there's a spiral staircase adjacent to the abbot's bedroom of the main cloister, which seems seems like it would get you to the abbot's vault, but no, this is a totally different place.
Different
So,
abbot.
what
This
if
one's
different
been
abbot?
dead a lot longer.
All right. I'm sure the place is lousy with abbots. Okay, so we go down that spiral staircase, which brings us just north of the sealed door of Red Death that we're avoiding.
Mm-hmm, that's correct.
We're going a little north. We're going to go west of there.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go go a little north, just for a small amount. Then we go west.
Mm-hmm.
Then we go north again. Then we're going to go down a staircase and go like this angled northwest corridor to a room with some more coffins, and then we're going to take
Place is lousy
other
with coffins.
place is lousy with coffins. Well, the whole place is lousy with coffins. And we're going to go southwest from there. We're going to cross. We're going to avoid the door that's to our right. We're going to take a right instead. At this point, we can't miss it. We're gonna loop around to the left. Okay, we're gonna hang a left, and then we're gonna take a sharp left down to where there are magic braziers. And is that door open?
I think you jammed it open last time, and
Right.
the powers that be there are pretty thoroughly exercised. So yes, it is still open.
Okay. Hang on. I'll have to scribble here. Okay. Then we're there. Then there's the shaft. There's the grated shaft just right in front of us.
And so, like magic, I do a bunch of shenanigans and teleport you all right to where you need to be.
In teleport, we walk the route I just described.
I pick up your tokens and put them right where you are.
Of course.
Okay, marching order, copy paste.
I'll move kind of fast, guys, but obviously there's fewer of us, so we can
All right.
stop me. If
And Magnus has light.
I got light also.
Okay. Okay. And Zoltan has light. It's one thing this game could use. And Signe has a torch, but it's not lit at the moment.
Do we have any concept of what her class might be?
She is almost certainly a fighter.
Okay. Good.
Like she's got a sword. She has an edged weapon, and she's wearing chainmail.
Okay. Because, all right.
Locken has a long sword and a dagger, and a bow.
Does Locken have
Short
a
bow.
bonus to, like, I'm getting some of my games mixed up, listening at doors and stuff like that? Or is that just because he has some of the thief skill list, but not all of it?
He has the whole list. He's just slightly less good than a thief.
Okay. I would propose you pick. Someone needs to listen here with Signe, and then the rest of us with your other thief or assassin need to work the grate, get it open, drop the rope, investigate it.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I would put like Signe up here, and then maybe Locken, and then Monacan starts examining the gate to make sure that. We didn't do that last time. We talked about it, but I don't think he actually examined it. Make sure that it's not going to, like, I don't know, fall through and make a huge noise, or be a trap, obviously, something like that.
Fairly sure he did.
Okay, so
Lifting this thing's going to be a feat, that's for sure. And yeah, lifting it without it just falling down. Preferably in a way we can close it again.
yeah, so Monacan should do the listening. Monacan's just better at everything than Locken, except for a certain kind of killing.
Okay. But they could like both do it though, right?
Yes.
Well,
That could be two roles potentially, though I don't know if that's necessarily appropriate in this case.
Yeah, so whatever caller designates, they're at your disposal for assigning to listening tasks and stuff like that. Those kind of things.
Okay. So who is listening where? I acquire my dice for this sort of thing.
Lock and Insignia will listen at the door, that is to say at the entrance, and then Monacan will start working the grate to ensure that it's not trapped. But also, I think that the description of the skill is something like delicate tasks and traps, right? So
Yes.
to make sure that the structural integrity of this grate isn't going to like give way or like, do something unexpected. And then
Sensible concern.
Yeah, and then
That's
that's
a 40.
phase 1.
Okay.
And then Locken has a 3 and 6 on on listen checks.
Okay. He is Lockin's 3 and 6.
Yep, level 4.
And what's his freaking name? Monacan is a 6th level thief, right?
Monacan is, yes.
Wow.
Okay.
Here I am with this old pickle juice.
That's good pickle juice. All right. Monacan is pretty confident that this grate can hold at least the weight of at least one of you at a time, maybe 2. If 3 of you clamber up on it at the same time, especially you, and he points to Lorpert, who is... Lorpert has plate mail, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He points to Lorpert, it's like, especially you. If all 3 of us get on at the same time, this thing might snap. Monacan can tell that you think he's making fun of you for being fat, but he doesn't correct you.
Why does everyone keep calling me big guy?
Because you're big.
Anyways.
All right. Signet and Locken don't hear any danger approaching from the northeast, right? That's the direction you want them listening at? Or do you want them listening at the grate?
I mean, actually, why don't we close that door and then have them guard it and listen and stuff?
Okay.
And then if the place is pretty cleared though, right? I thought we agreed it was largely cleared except for that one sealed door that wandering
monsters.
The thing
is, stuff moves in sometimes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And, Magnus was around to know that there are things that even go through walls.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
And stuff. And also there's a door we didn't open. Anyways.
Concern of the door is always whether we can get out.
Did the Monacan check for traps on the crate?
Yeah, that'll take a little longer. He's confident, however, that there are no traps. The only concern is that structural integrity, won't necessarily hold if you overload it with 3 people or more. So only 2 people can rappel down at a time. But in practice, unless you guys desperately need to all climb up at once, that won't happen. That won't matter. And why would that ever happen? He says, with a pained smile.
We secure both sides if it will fit with rope, and then try to find a place in the wall to secure the stuff with pitons, and then a crowbar, and we try to crack it open.
Okay. You lay down your pitons, make sure that they're well and truly secured, and you pop open the hatch. I don't have a way to animate it, but imagine it going creak in a kind of ominously audible way.
You just did with your hands.
Okay. About 30 feet below you can see. The tunnel extends about 30 feet, and then there's another about roughly 10 feet between the end of the tunnel and the floor below. So it's a roughly 40-foot drop to the ground below, which you should be able to rappel pretty easily. Right. Getting back up might be harder, especially if you're wearing full plate and trying to clamber up that way.
Cool. 2 big options here.
Yeah, the rope is long enough.
Okay.
For reconnaissance. Monster who flies? Yeah, you want to... Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Very well.
And that can see in the dark, I think.
I don't have dark vision per se.
Okay.
But I can see a little bit better than a man.
Okay. If you toss a torch down there, he'll be able to see pretty well.
That's a good idea, because then the light won't be bound to me.
Alrighty.
Just in case. So yeah, we will toss a torch on down.
Alright. 1 sec. Okay, you toss a torch on down. sec. This will have a radius of. My favorite thing to do is throw torches. Magnus can tell you all about that. All right. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. I'm going to draw a quick thing on this map that I am putting you into so that you can see where the entrance to this hidden, like where the roof exit is. One moment. Once again, I have not prepared enough notes ahead of time, as is the nature of these things. I love this map, though. It's so absolutely bonkers.
Oh boy. That sounds ominous as heck.
Don't worry. It's fine. It's fine. Nothing to worry about. It's totally fine. All right. Boop.
Oh, and it's at one of those off-angle slants again.
They just love making your life hard.
Wait a minute. The shaft is the square, the red square there. Is that the shaft?
Yeah, you're right. That doesn't make much sense, does it? Let me fix that. I'm gonna blame this one on
Zoidberg.
Yes. Once again, we blame it on Zoidberg. There. Okay, there we are.
Oh, the shaft isn't as big as I thought then.
It's about 10 feet across. Actually, let me look back at the other one. Yeah, no, that's about 10 feet across.
Oh, okay, I just drew it wrong then.
Don't worry about it. It's an approximate thing. Okay, let me describe the corridor which you are in briefly. The coffins flanking this corridor are in slightly better condition in that they are stood on their feet. A few of them look to have already been looted, but many of them are still nailed shut.
Intriguing that they might be worth looting at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I am paying more attention to my surroundings.
What can you see? Well, you can see a little farther than most. So let me go ahead and move this light source a bit.
And
So you can see here.
once I get the sense that I am not like in danger of being ambushed, I will unmask my magic lantern.
Okay. You unmask your magic lantern. Oh, I think you're already emitting light, or you should be. No, it keeps getting that wrong.
It's not good.
You can see two doorways, one to the south and one to the west. And to the northeast, you can see a stairwell going north and downward, and a narrow corridor extending to the east.
All right. I will go just southwest enough to see if that corridor to the southwest terminates.
Okay. You head southwest.
Okay, that just keeps on going. In that case, I would like to return right now to the group and alert them to that there is apparently no immediate threat at the bottom of the shaft.
Up you go.
I just gotta call up to them actually, but in like a hushed voice. That I trust the narrow shaft to help propel my voice.
Okay.
I say like, the coast looks relatively clear. I haven't explored very much, but I think you can get down safely.
What do you do?
I wish that we had one person that we could just leave here.
Signe volunteers.
Ladies first. And point toward the rope.
Pulls her eyes and rappels down.
Maybe we should just go. What do you all think? Or should we leave a lock in here at the top, a monocan even, so that we can trust someone? I don't know. We may not be able to get out if somebody messes with that rope.
If someone merely messes with the rope, then I can fly back up and reattach it quickly.
We have
I
someone
too
that can fly. And we have 2 people that can fly. I forgot what high level D&D looks like. All right, let's move.
We're still at mid-level, man.
I don't know. We're
Alrighty.
getting up into tier 3 here. What does it stop at 10? I mean, it doesn't stop. I know it doesn't stop, but like...
Yeah, no.
I need to actually get 1 or 2 4th level spells before we start talking about being at that
That's true.
level.
The whole group repels down in short order. It is now... Let's see, it started at 10:20. By now it's probably, I think, 10:50.
Okay.
So make whatever notes are appropriate for that. The area is not as silent as you're used to.
All right, we arrived when?
You arrived in this. You started your dungeon shenanigans at 10:20 in the morning. It is now 10:50. 3 turns have passed.
Got it.
The area is not quite as silent as you're used to. There's a sense of distant movement to the east.
When you say movement, is it like scraping or plodding or?
The occasional footstep.
What do you all think about like just no. Okay, let's go ahead and clear some stuff and see if we can. Let's go to this door, but wait, don't go there yet. This open area, there are no casks in. It makes sense because there's this antechamber kind of structure to it. I go up here and I tap the floor here and here with a 10-foot pole.
Okay. You examine the area carefully. Do you want to spend a turn on searching? Or do you want to just doing the obvious?
There's 2 specific places. One is that to see if the floor gives way in the middle, and the other one is to see if it does in front of the door. That's all.
Alrighty. The floor does not give way when tapped, and it does not give way in front of the door.
Okay.
Just brief note, the ceiling, at first glance, is also not full of menace. It appears to be a fairly straightforward, shallow arch designed to somewhat distribute the weight of the earth above.
All right. I propose to you all that I just go up and open this door, and that we get into a tactical array here on the near side of the door.
That seems reasonable.
Okay. I go up and open this door.
Okay. You open the door as appropriate, and here's what occurs. First off, nothing horrible happens. I'll tell you that. I'm going to briefly use Zoltan because he's the one with the source of light. On the other side, you do see something quite peculiar. A niche in the far wall contains a mound of skulls, like a large mound of skulls, like going up to roughly hip height. They are all glistening and covered with slime.
Inauspicious.
Yes, the slime is colorless and clear, like phlegm after your nose is running. And furthermore, this mound is flanked by 4 tall candle holders. Each one carries a tallow candle.
Oh, I don't like this at all.
And
I halt in my proverbial steps, my proverbial tracks.
Big name makes this face.
Start looking. Well, first we have to examine the ceiling.
Yeah, that's
good. Slime means you look at the ceiling.
Sensible concern. The ceiling is bone dry.
And yet the bones are wet. Paradoxical.
Magnus, do you think that
We should apply fire.
But to what?
Yeah, why don't we...
To this clear substance.
That's reasonable enough.
I mean...
To these skeletons.
What if we...
Unless it looks like there's anything particularly glistening on one of them, we should be extra cautious.
Yeah, I take it that the referee's given us the full description. There's nothing else to look at. Except I was going to ask that, there's an non-determined number of skulls. Like, who knows, right? It's just like a pile, right? It's not like there's...
Who knows how many M&Ms are in that jar, man?
Right, okay, good. Okay, so if that's the case, I mean, why not just take the blunt approach here and get away from the door, get close to the
Mhm.
door, and Blorpert will take a torch and throw it at the snot skulls,
Okay.
Okay.
and then close the
See
door.
what it is, why not?
Let me check his stats real quick.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's got a nice sturdy. Well, I didn't know he had a charisma 17. What a charming young man. Anyway, he yeets
That's
his
crazy.
torch.
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
He yeets his torch. It lands true, and it. Thinking quickly. The slime appears to adhere the skulls together into a mutually reinforcing shape, so they do not topple like billiard balls. Rather, the torch sticks to the side, and the skulls wobble but do not fall. And gradually, the torch, still burning, sort of rolls down the side like one of those sticky toys you can throw at a wall, and it sort of gradually rolls down the wall. And in short order, it is at the base of the mound of skulls, and neither the mound of skulls nor the torch appear to have been much injured by this adventure.
Okay. All right. There's
And these
two.
are the leavings. These are the leavings of some sort of beast. This is its.
Yes.
This is the excretion of its vomit as it rids itself of waste.
That's actually
horrible.
that. There's one way to know that, and it's simply that the skulls cannot actually be in a pile. They just have to be, or I should say, they shouldn't be in like a pyramid or something. If they're literally just a pile, like, you know what I'm saying, like a trash pile, then yeah, maybe
Then they wouldn't stack, you think?
They should not be stacked if something vomited it out.
True. They do look like they were produced in some intentional way. Like they're arranged a bit too neatly to be the product of a digestive process rather than an aesthetic process.
I would suggest figuring this
So
out.
the
as-
individual skulls may well be excreted.
That's almost worse, because that means that we could be dealing with like some kind of digestive monster that also has a sense of macabre aesthetic.
I think it's fair to assume such.
I
horrible.
think this is worth our time figuring out. This is good. Like if we can X this room, that's a good. We've made good progress here. So,
Wait, are the doors here a double door, or like double doors that swing open, or just one door? Just so I can draw it.
A single door.
Okay.
Monakin remains at the door, listening carefully.
Yeah, we should post people to listen.
You have
either
Monak.
way.
If you have Monakin listening, he's on a 4 and 6.
Gotcha. At this point, I'm assuming you guys are more or less in here.
Well, sure. The one thought I had is that this whatever magic that does this actually collects skulls, like that rips your head off or a skull or whatever and takes it. There are 4 candles. There are not these caskets, right? Just the 4 candlesticks and the pile of skulls with the.
There are some caskets, yes, but at this point, like, there's caskets everywhere, man. This place is lousy with caskets. Like, they're barely worth mention. But there are the 4 candles, and there is the pile of skulls.
Keep having to draw them.
Hey, I'll take another risk if you guys want to leave the room, and I will light one of the candles. And you guys tie a rope around.
So they're not already lit.
No, they are unlit tallow candles.
And are they clean, like, or have they burned before?
That's a good question. The wick, yeah, is it?
They do look like they've been burned before and then extinguished.
This is obviously some mechanism, isn't it?
Uniformly burned, or at different rates?
There's one which looks more burned than the others. Most of the others are almost unburnt, actually, but this one has been burned multiple times.
Which one is that?
The one on the right. Actually, no, the one on the left.
I can't think of any more questions to ask about the candles.
Yeah, there are not a lot of details, which is great. I mean, if there were, I can't think of anything obvious. What do you think?
I would
Tess?
suggest that you light the one on the left first.
I like that too. Yeah.
Although It could be that the one on the left is what everybody lights first, and then they die before they get to the others, and that could be why it's the
My
one that's
concern is
burned
just
the most.
that, like, lighting them is that this is like a way to dispose of like either bodies or like prisoners or something, and they like shove them in here with the lanterns lit,
With a
and then
flint.
that's what summons some kind of let's like summon some kind of creature that either like flows through the stone or else there's a secret door here.
Yeah, there is
So,
some kind of
if I seem to-
mechanism, so that's for sure.
Remind me if there's some way to like, is there a way to like reasonably search for secret doors, or is it like hours per square foot or something?
We would take a turn to search. And by the way, we should have, I think, at least another turn has passed, if just by conversation length.
At this point, yeah.
So we're at 4 turns. It would take
On
another
that note,
turn to
Monaco will
search.
be is listening. No, he can't really do this listening super carefully because you guys are all chatting, but he can still like listen.
Yeah.
This is probably. Gosh,
Well, then,
the way that
let's
the way that the floor is drawn keeps making me think there's secret doors.
My suggestion is we take a turn that we quietly search while Monacan listens for real.
Monacan has no objection to that. If you could dim your lanterns, he'd appreciate that as well. Actually, no. He will listen. He will stay outside and listen carefully, and then close the door so that your light won't close things. He's confident nothing can sneak up on him, even in the dark.
In that case, I'm going to ask Lochan to stay with him.
Lochan has no objection to this.
Yeah, we're gonna need some lantern light just to do the searches that we're trying to do.
Signe cracks her knuckles.
Okay.
This isn't the first time I've delved in the dark. Let's get to searching. Alright, so each of you guys has a roughly 1 in 6 chance of finding a secret door. There's one in this room. You search carefully. There are no seams in the walls. There are no seams in the floor that make no sense in the context of the cobblestone and the flagstones. There are no gaps in the ceiling through which someone might slither. The candlesticks appear to be connected to no mechanical process, and the various coffins all prove to be mechanically inert, and furthermore, to lack any worthwhile treasure within them. Outside, Lochan and Monacan listen very carefully. Alright. What level is Lochan again?
Lochan is 4th level.
Okay,
He's a 3 and 6.
gotcha. They hear nothing novel.
I go light the left candle.
Okay,
And
so
I ask everyone to leave.
Alright.
Okay.
Lochan and
Okay, well,
Monacan come back
let's
in and then
let him
immediately leave again.
Let's tie the rope around his waist.
You do this often, says Signe, as she takes firm hold of the rope.
This is hard-learned dungeoneering.
Alright. Lorpert lights the left candle. Nothing happens.
Stays lit.
Aside, of course, from the candle being lit.
Why is the other one's not burned down? I like the second one.
You light the second one. Nothing much happens.
I like the third one.
You light the third.
Oh, Bill Webb. Shall you kill me again? I like the fourth one.
So, a bright light suddenly flares in the eye sockets of every single one of the skulls.
Oh man, that's so many.
Let's pull him out.
Okay.
Panic.
And
I panic and start yanking the rope.
As you start yanking the rope, as Blorpert stumbles back, the skulls all begin to shriek at the same time.
Oh.
A tremendous cacophonous cry. It's not quite deafeningly loud, but it is as loud as several dozen people all screaming at the top of their lungs.
Can anyone put the lights out? I would like to try to douse one of the lights.
Well, Borberg could do it if you weren't jerking his chain.
That's a good point.
Anything else happen as they're dragging me out?
No, you feel fine. It's just incredible. It's just very loud.
I take this giant magic sword and try to smash the skulls.
All right. These skulls are scattered, but they continue to scream.
Oh god, that's worse. Now there's sticky swords all over my magic sword, or sticky skulls.
Well, they're not so sticky that they adhere to your sword.
Oh,
they are
okay.
scattered aside. But you do have some goo on your sword, and the skulls are still screaming.
Oh, I
The candles.
put the candle out
No.
then.
All right, I guess we let him off. I guess we'll let the rope that much looser.
Yeah.
All right. In a quick and hurried panic, you begin slapping. You put out the candles in a hurry.
I just start smashing everything in the room. Like,
Let's just destroy
it's
everything.
making it
No
worse.
puzzles allowed.
It's making
I hate
it
puzzles.
worse.
You smash it to bits as soon as the first candle is put out. The screaming stops, and
Okay.
and of course subsequently, this does not stop you from continuing to smash things.
I think you got it.
Okay.
Warpert, I think you got it.
I'm
Okay.
so sweaty.
Okay.
I will float in and just kind of douse the remaining candles, unless he's busy smashing them for realsies.
Okay. One moment, I am checking a thing. Some more of Bill Webb's bullshit. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna roll a couple. See if some things happen. Nothing scuttles out of the dark to kill you. That you can detect. It's possible that an invisible demon now lurks above you and is prepared to drink your life the second your vigilance wavers.
Cool.
But you have no evidence of this, just an anxious fear that maybe that's happening.
Oh. Like in this room?
Well, mostly it's because the GM is being a jerk, but your characters have no evidence of anything coming to get you.
I take one of the skulls and I stick it in a sack and leave.
All right, you now have a sticky skull.
Mapper,
Do you close the door behind you?
I don't know if you agree, but I feel like we can X this room. I don't feel like there's anything in that room. Yes.
Okay.
Very well.
You close the door behind you?
Yeah.
Boop. Go ahead. Remove those lights you so conveniently added.
Magnus, do you think Ullman would know how to be able to speak with this skull? Or somebody that we would know somewhere?
I do think it likely he could tell us something about it.
Okay. Very well.
Got Screaming Skull's room and then a sad face next to it.
Yeah. Anybody want to check this door? I mean, or open it or check it? I don't think it should be checked. I don't know about you guys. The pattern I'm observing, for the most part, usually if doors are symmetrical and not leading to a major area, they are not trapped. I don't know if I'm off base there. If it's something really obvious, it is very often trapped. Like if it's a chest or something like that. And then
I'm willing to risk it, I think.
Yeah, so I just tapped the area directly in front of it with the pole, and then Zolatan, I don't know if you'd be willing to...
No pit trap.
Wait a second, you fly. Why don't you always go ahead with the pit traps anytime? Yeah, anytime that's...
We never know about the pit trap.
Yeah, the thing
Also,
about happens to the second guy.
No, we just don't want you to get hurt, but you won't because you fly.
I certainly appreciate not being hurt, but yeah, I can... If you suspect a pit trap, yes, I can just go ahead and just be touching the ground.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, yeah. that big 11 save.
Opening that door? Who's opening the door?
Me.
Okay. You open the door. Nothing bad happens. The room is
Yay.
full of garbage. The room is specifically full of religious paraphernalia. Sooty braziers, velvet drapes, incense burners, a collapsed podium. That's all that's obvious. The place appears to be used for storage.
Any iconography or symbology?
Yes. Who here would know about that? Honestly, Blorpert is the most religious person here.
Even if I don't know what it is, if I see some weird symbol I'm unfamiliar with, I will nab that too.
You do see some weird symbols you're unfamiliar with.
Okay.
But sure. Okay. I'm trying to think of how much people recognize about them.
I'm neutral,
nah,
by the way.
it's just weird stuff. Well, Blorpert's neutral? Didn't know that. Well, now I know. Good news is, you've got some religious paraphernalia. It's probably not worth any significant amount of money, but it'll probably be useful for identifying whatever this place is later.
Are there any robes or symbols of authority or anything like that?
No, unfortunately. The closest thing to it is a mildly fancy-looking... What's the word I'm thinking of here? What's that word for an incense burner that is sort of like a flail? A holy water
censer.
Yeah,
Censer.
yeah. There's a censer.
With an E.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like that... No, we already explored that. Okay, yeah, let's keep moving. Yeah, let's head south.
Okay.
Well, we should probably do like we don't find any like writing, for example, even if we can't read it.
Let me think about that.
How should I label this place?
I would mark it as storage. No, there's nothing written.
Okay.
Looks like a storage for ceremonial doodads.
Religious supply closet, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
And there are no symbols of trees, for example.
None at all.
That's troublesome.
Well, I wasn't getting a very holy vibe out of this place after.
Whatever religion is going here, it's not the kind that you approve of. I can tell you that straight away.
You can go to the Jello Skull Church, or you can go to this church. And so you gotta work out.
The Tree Church has a lot going for it that the Jello Skull doesn't have.
All right.
I can tell you that straight away.
I
Eat
don't.
skeleton jelly.
I don't.
We'll explain that later.
That's come up a weird number of times in my games. All right, let's go south.
Oh, okay. Moving on.
We go south. A door.
You advance cautiously. There is another door to the southeast, and of course, to the west. This place extends far into the distance.
Magnus,
in fact, your light can extend a bit farther than I've been making it visible. So let me. Yeah. So you can see that it extends farther still.
Awesome. Excellent VTT maps. It looks like you got that same fella that did it. It makes it very crisp and clear to understand what's going on. It is actually.
It does. Helpful. It is helpful. I find. Communicating spatial things to people via speaking is an impressive skill. But I can just show you a picture, and
yeah, it's handy. Okay, Magnus, would one of your fellas do this one?
You mean just open a door?
Yeah.
No.
Well.
Monacan goes to check the door for traps.
He's willing to do that.
Yeah.
Now,
they are more important than
he feels. He feels a little bit of pressure after checking a door himself. Usually he's willing to let a big guy open the door, but in this case, he will open a door that he has checked himself.
Okay. Locken urges the rest of you guys to keep your mouths shut so he can listen while Monacan works. Okay. It's a long and awkward 10 minutes. Okay.
We are at an hour.
Okay. The door is, as far as Monacan can tell, not trapped. It is a fairly straightforward oaken door, and the worst thing it has going for it is that it has been down in this musty place for too long. He opens it, and nothing bad happens, and it reveals a space beyond. This place looks like it was once a crypt, but it has been thoroughly looted, more thoroughly than most of the things outside. The coffins in the room have been broken open, and their contents thoroughly despoiled. The floor is covered with soot and ashes, something which gives Monacan pause and causes him to step back.
Soot and ashes. What was once a
Magnus will shine some light in there.
Whoop. In the corner, you see something shiny. It looks like a bent brass plaque.
Does it have any writing on it?
Yes, but you can't read it from here. You'll have to go over there and grab it.
I will float over there.
Okay.
If that's okay.
You take a twinks around and float over to take and keep for thyself, and you see that the bent brass pack has the following written on it. Wizard's light, wizard might, light of fire, funeral pyre. And I shall post that in the chat for your perusal.
Light of fire, funeral pyre. Man, I don't know at all. What do you all think?
I assume that you... I mean, from the sounds of it, like a certain wizard spell would be cast if you want to trigger a trap that kills you.
Yeah, that's what it seems like to me. That just doesn't sound like something anybody would want to do.
That doesn't seem very appealing.
No. And the plaque is fixed to the wall, yes?
No, it's discarded on the floor.
Oh, we should pick this up and take it with us.
You do?
Agreed.
I don't know. It seems like it might be useful here.
No. I'm gonna take it. Yeah, we should definitely take it. But wait, hold on now, though. Where did it come from? Did it come from a wall in here, or was it like? Do we see? Look at the back of it. Like, was it affixed to anything?
You look around and yes, you see a spot on the wall that has these screw holes for which this thing may have once been riveted. Although obviously, rivet holes rather.
Oh, this is a fireball. That's what happened, and it incinerated the person.
Again, why would you want that?
In fact, let's see.
This is telling us...
The plaque is right here. Or where the plaque went was right here.
And you said it's full of ash, this room?
Yes, the ground is scattered with soot and ashes.
Yeah, somebody got blowed up. But the plaque being off the wall doesn't make any sense to me. Unless it was trapped, but...
The explosive force of whatever caused this incineration may have blown it off the wall.
Monacan shakes his head firmly, and he points to a point of the plaque. Someone pried this off with a crowbar. I wanted to keep it. You can see where the marks it left here on the wall.
Zolatin glances down at his magic light and slowly backs out of the room. Does that work? Do I succeed? Okay.
Yeah, nothing bad happens. It's fine. You're fine. If that happens, that's canon.
Got it.
Okay.
Magnus and his magic light is still in the room.
That would be funny if this killed Magnus, and also awful, simultaneously.
Yeah,
that would be very terrible.
It would be
I hope
both
that doesn't happen.
Wizard's might, light of fire, the whole thing would be there.
Now, hold on a second. Now, it says Wizard's Light, and then it's a singular wizard. Wizard Light.
Wizard might.
True. Is that intentional?
That is what it says. Signy finally pipes up and says, "Is this what it's always like? Children's puzzles?"
Yes.
Always, but frequently. Not every time.
Okay. To me, it all comes down to...
Well, if they're so simple, then you solve it. If you're so smart.
I will. For money. For 50 gold pieces, I'll tell you exactly what it is.
You're a fool.
Magnus is very curious.
I mean, do we want to take this?
I will
Does it look
I will
valuable?
hand her back 50 of the since I did get an extra 150 out of her. I'll hand her back 50. I'm still in the
Do
black
that.
here.
Wow.
She takes it. She puts it in her pocket. She says, "Have you ever seen swamp gas catch light in a flame?"
No.
I probably have.
There are gases that can be found in the earth that burn, like dragon's breath. But the light of mages never ignites them. There's some sort of trap in here. I'd bet my life on it. And I will. Come. You follow. Give me your magic lantern. I'll search this place. I'll be fine.
Magnus hands.
Oh,
Magnus,
got it. Wizard's light, wizard might, light of fire. Okay, so as long as it is magic, then it is okay. Oh, okay. I'll just float back in then.
50
Just
gold.
nobody
well
light
spent.
any normal fire. Nobody light any normal fire. Nobody light any normal fire. Wait. What am I actually doing here though? Like, what's in here that we want?
Yeah, now I really want to know.
I smell the air for any
Somebody pried that
gas or
off so that nobody would
weather balloons.
solve the puzzle, except that anyway.
Well, is it
So
worth
if-
something? When we look at the plaque, you said it was silver or something. Does it look like it's worth?
It's
anything?
brass.
Brass.
Oh, brass.
It's,
That's
someone-
brass.
It's not worthless, but it's not really like whatever.
It's a memento.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Might as well leave it
Um,
here to like in case to like save someone else's life possibly.
No.
Okay. All right.
Magnus wants to take it with him because it gives him an excellent idea for a trap in his own tower.
Nice.
I mean, I've got it written on the notes, man.
He's played Terraria before. You knock off the plaque from the place, put it in your
Yeah,
place.
that's true.
It works.
We just need to find more swamp gas. I think brass means that it won't spark a spark, so that's nice.
Okay.
Siggy is walking around
So-
the room, poking things with her spear, trying to figure out what the heck's going on.
Let's
Still
let's,
just
let's search the room.
smelling the air.
Okay. You promptly find, after 8, actually, I said, you spend a turn searching the room.
Hour and 10.
Okay. And not Signe, but Monacan finds a hidden door.
Wow.
And it is. Okay. One moment, let me put the notes again. There is a secret door in the wall here. The operating mechanism is a lever hidden under a loose flagstone. A brass valve with the relief of a grinning skull, its mouth open.
Another
Wow.
skull.
And is that near where the brass plaque was mounted?
More or less.
Very interesting. So if we had are there any lit torches anywhere?
Not at the moment. All of your sources of light are magical.
Okay.
And I'm relatively certain you guys would know this. The blue flame that glows in your the looted lantern cannot burn you and does not light fires.
Yeah, got it. Thank you for
Okay.
confirming.
Yeah. So the question is,
I'll take the risk of this one. If you guys get out of the room, I'll open the switch.
okay, you got
Okay.
guys back away, make an appropriate amount of safety.
I got out of the room.
They're out of the room, yeah. And Lorpert turns the valve.
Yes.
Okay. As you turn the valve, from within the mouth of the skull, a sharp wind erupts and blows in your face. And it makes you feel faint,
It's a gas.
but it does not poison you. Some gas billows into the room. It's strange and heavy, and accumulates across it seems to stink pretty rapidly.
I tell everyone that,
No
obviously.
huge mystery what that is.
Yes. And then a door opens into a passageway beyond. And beyond, great wave of filthy mold.
Ugh.
Every surface in the passageway beyond is coated with a thick layer of grisly black mold.
Oh no.
If
Only
only
you
we could
could-
use fire.
Yeah, it's a bit of a problem there, isn't it?
Now is the flow of the gas just continuous?
For the moment, although even as you ask that and pay mind to it, it begins to sputter out.
Okay, let's let's give it a while. Let's open up. Do you have pyrotechnics, Zoltan?
No.
Dang.
I wish.
I hammered the door open with a iron spike.
Hmm.
Can this gas be pretty easily detected by smell, like, or
It's not quite odorless, but the smell isn't strong. The very faint cheesy scent.
how about we move on and come back here in like a few turns?
What if we?
Okay.
So I hammered the door open. What if we leave, get around the corner, and toss a torch like a grenade, and then just like, would that not work? I don't know.
It seems like it should work, but as long as
I
it doesn't like explode out at us.
I still think we should give it another solid turn just to.
And the reason I propose that is maybe, hopefully, this would solve the mold issue if it actually did do its thing.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
So you want the gas to catch fire?
that's my thought, is that if it did
Okay.
actually do what it's
Sure,
supposed
let's
to
do it.
maybe it would, or also
Everyone-
maybe we
everyone
would
clear out.
destroy what's in
Yeah.
there.
Well,
good.
maybe, but it's not gonna. The gas is not expelling down that direction. It's just so we hope to. Anyway,
Okay, so
I agree. Let's try it out.
here's what I propose. I will poke in there. I will shine my light around the corner
that's
to
a
see
good
if there's
point.
anything obviously that valuable that we get blown up, and then I will retreat immediately.
Scrolls, like level 4
Yeah.
spells.
Like
Oh
if
my
I can't
God.
see it from here, then it'll probably
5
be okay.
spell books.
Okay. Okay, I do that. I go down in there. I float on in there, and I shine down there with my magic lantern. And
While
I
touching no
figure.
surface.
Repeat.
While touching no surface.
Correct.
Okay.
It's like the tunnel in that old Nintendo Ninja Turtles game.
Okay. What you find, just beyond from here, you can't see anything. Actually, no, you can just barely see a rotten skeleton about here, which is impaled to the north wall by a spear trap,
Oh
which
boy.
appears to have be quite defunct. They are. You wish you hadn't seen that. They appear to still be faintly alive in some fashion.
Oh no. The skeleton?
Yeah, they're covered with a thick crust of growth, which seems to be substituting for the lack of other tissues.
All right, I retreat immediately and say, let's throw the spear. Just do it.
Yep.
But everyone get out of the way first, obviously.
So you don't
Okay.
you didn't see any goods in there.
I didn't see any good at all.
All right. So
Awesome. Awesome Last of Us thing going on in there.
okay. You toss the torch. Who's tossing the torch?
I do.
Okay, I would like you to roll a 1d20. Just don't roll something ridiculously low, and everything will be fine. Okay. One moment. And everyone else goes here. And I close this door for a second so I can do something cute. I do this. Da-da-da-da. Da-da. Da-da. Having fun with shapes and colors. Okay. You open the door. You toss in the torch. There's a terrific bang. And then the fire recedes.
All right. So is that? I now explain what I saw,
Okay.
but I basically wanted to get it done quickly before the gas had time to spread further.
All right. Blorpert, I would like you to roll a 1d6.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I've got great news. you are not surprised. The danger doesn't come from the southeast, it comes from the northeast. As at the edge of your lamplight, and attempting to move by the cover of the explosion of sound which was just produced, you spy several great inhuman figures. And we'll describe them momentarily. Here are the things that you see. These, at first glance, to the northeast. Let me see if these appear on... Oh, they don't appear on your map yet, so let me move them a little closer. Here we are. At first glance, you can almost mistake these for men. Though they are... But then, an instant later, you realize, no. These are not men. Men are not this wide. Men do not move in this peculiar hopping gait. They do not, when they speak, their mouths are not so wide, and the rumble that elicits from their throat is not accompanied by a irritation from an inflatable neck sac, and it's not accompanied by a deep rumbling sound in their throats. They are in green habits, and they follow a menacing figure clad in gleaming leather armor, even hunched over and bloated like an old invalid being fattened for slaughter. This man stands at least 7 feet tall. At first it seems as though he was wearing a strange helmet, but no. Those are great frog-like eyes peeking through flaps in their hood, staring with blank malevolence in 2 orthogonal directions. Jagged teeth gleam wet in a broad and lipless mouth. In his right hand he holds a twisted staff of brass, studded with effigies of warts and toad-like eyes. They utter something in a language they do not speak anything, actually. They merely move towards you with vicious intent. This one here, the one highlighted in yellow, is bearing the strange staff. The others are slightly smaller, and their weapons are less tremendous. They are equipped with... What is their usual weapon? They are equipped with two-handed cudgels, more like mauls, which they bear with malevolent intent. They hop towards you rapidly. They begin hopping towards you rapidly, with obvious malevolence. Signet draws her sword. Now, this is more like what I expected, she mutters. You now roll initiative as we see what comes to pass.
Get with the frogs.
Spells?
Yes, thank you. Spells first.
Lightning bolt.
Okay. You begin mustering your terrible magics.
Phantasmal force.
Okay. Important note. They know what you're doing. Like they recognize that you are spellcasting immediately. They are not like the trolls who who barely grasp what's going on when that happens. These guys see you casting magic and they recognize what is happening immediately. Okay. And of course, Blorpert, etc. don't have spells.
Or if that means they won't fall for the ruse.
Okay, because you guys were not surprised, you can relocate yourselves anywhere within this square I have just drawn. Put yourselves in whatever marching order you see fit.
Maybe we should just form a line here to prevent them from attacking the spellcasters, right?
If we can, yeah, because as long as they would have to like go all the way past and then exit someone's area of like, what the heck, what's it called?
Area of effect. Your area of control. There's a special word for that. I can't remember what it is.
Hey, wait a second. Didn't this blast come out of the door?
Yes.
Hey, what if we backed up and then somebody ran in there, got the gas going, and got it ready?
Well, the gas is still on. It's just that It's just that it sputtered out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a one shot.
Well, it probably recharges, or it might recharge, but it hasn't recharged yet.
I don't think we should risk spending all our time doing that. I think we should just try to fight him normal. That would be a pretty good idea, though.
I thought that the lever. Okay. Yes.
Did the lever reset?
It's not a lever per se. It's more of a valve. You have to twist it.
Oh.
All right, yeah, we should form a line and protect the spellcasters.
All right. So Signia's in the line. Lorbert's in the line. I assume Locken is also in the line.
I wish I knew more about what those screaming skulls did, because then I can make an illusion.
Yeah, indeed. It is a mystery. Okay, everyone happy with their locations? Okay, now we roll initiative. All right, you guys have the initiative. Okay, so first, movement. Do you want to hold position or fall back or move forward?
Fire
Or do you want
missile.
to start, or yeah, fire missiles. You can do that.
By the way, you
Holding
mentioned they
position.
recognize us casting spells. Is that dude casting a spell?
He is not. It's a very good question, but he is not casting a spell. Okay.
Who's got the horn?
Yeah,
I
we
do.
should do that. Huh?
Do you think that would be the good time? Because I already
Is that
declared a
it-
spell.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you already declared a spell, so it's. I definitely think next turn. We'll depend. Let's see how this first turn goes.
Yeah, if you just evaporate all of them, then I'll save it.
19 to hit for 2.
That will definitely hit. Their armor class. That'll hit the first one, whose armor class is a high 17. The ones in the rear appear pretty well protected. They're wearing some kind of armor underneath their cloaks, and they look pretty sturdy on top of that. Their armor classes are 17 and 16 respectively. That is a solid hit, though.
Monacan is shooting at the big dude.
Okay, so he takes 2.
That
That first arrow.
Sorry, what is the? Okay, that doesn't. Monacan is. Okay. Yeah, so that's a miss with first shot. A miss with the second. Locken is shooting.
Okay.
Okay, Locken hits with a with a short bow
Mm-hmm.
for 2.
Okay. That's 2 hits on the front, on the point man.
Locken hits again with a short bow for 1. Doggone.
The arrows strike the toad-like figure and seem to embed in a layer of glistening slime that coats part of his body,
Hmm.
which becomes obvious now.
Maybe that'll make him more conductive.
Perhaps so. Okay. I'm gonna roll a d6 to see if he recognizes what specific spell you're casting.
Damn, these guys are smart.
Oh, that's really smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm from a whole other country. There's no way he's got to recognize my arts.
Okay.
Maybe.
He doesn't seem to, but it's kind of hard to read them.
I don't know if I'd be able to know if he did or not. Not that it would matter.
He
You looking at me?
displays
Or you looking at him?
he-
Or?
the
I'm just kidding.
the forward man, guarding himself behind his big staff, makes a splayed gesture with his hand and barks something in an inscrutable language.
Oh.
And the frog folk move in peculiar ways. Let's see, what is their actual movement rate? Is that correct? Movement of, yes, okay. 1 moves here.
Oh.
This one moves here. Taking cover. These 2 take cover here. That's one. These doors are both still closed, right? Did you close these? Because this one's still marked as open. I know you.
We did
closed-
not. We did not close it.
Okay, this guy jukes into this far corridor.
The one to the right we closed, but not the one to their left.
Yes. These guys continue to move up the side, splitting into two groups. And these guys charge ahead.
That is spread out. Hopping over all the coffins I see.
Yes. As they come closer, you can see that their bodies are coated with a thick layer of glistening slime, which seems to exude from their skin. Close up, you can see that these guys are big, like kind of shockingly large. Like it's like being charged by it's like that sensation, that nervous feeling you get in your gut as the stamping of horses shakes the earth. You're getting that from the springing of their feet.
All right,
These
next
guys
turn
are
I'm definitely
chunky.
blowing the horn.
Okay, so that's actually, how far up can they go? They might be able to make it all the way to you. Yeah, no, they can make it. These guys jump into melee.
Ugh. Movement's so high in this edition.
And when I say jump, I mean they jump. They jump like 30. They do like a 30-foot running leap into hand-to-hand combat with Blorpert and Signet, as Locken and Monacan sensibly let the fighters stand mostly between them and the gigantic horror. And that is the movement phase. Doesn't seem like these guys have missile weapons. Okay, and next, melee range. You guys have initiative. What are you going to do? Hooyah! Who wishes to enter into it? You guys have actually already all shot, right? Except for Blorpert. I don't think he shot.
No, I did.
Oh, you did? Okay. In that case, on their turn, they are going to take swats. This guy is going to take... Come on. Where's the actual thing I'm looking for here? Here we are.
And the big guy dipped behind this corner over here?
The big guy ducked through this door here.
Ah, okay.
Okay. This is the targeting Signet. Oof. Signet takes some serious hits. The Great Maul slams her back, breaks her guard, and it follows up by biting her and worrying her body through her chainmail. It can't actually pierce your chainmail, but when a 300-pound animal shakes you around in its teeth, it does some damage.
Oh man, there's a lot of them too.
And Blorpert suffers a similar assault. Though he only takes a blow from the. He is able to keep it from coming to blows with its teeth. All right. Now, spell. I'm going to flip a coin to see who goes first. Even is Magnus. Odd is Zolo. Odd, Zolo. What are you blasting first?
I wonder if they know what the skulls do. Okay, I'm thinking of an illusion of the door busting open and all of those screaming skulls just flying out and chomping at them.
That could work.
Well, that's what I do then, because I don't have a better idea. The door,
All right.
The door appears to just bust open, and all the skulls they're all screaming, and they got the glowing eyes, and they're all just flying out and biting at them.
What's
As
the
many as I can
AoE?
get.
What's the
The
AoE?
AoE
effect
is
on it?
nondescript. It just
Okay, I'm gonna say it'll blast the guys in this chamber, but it's not gonna reach the guy who
No,
ducked
that's
into
a
the corridor.
different room.
Yeah, he's in a different room.
That's a different room. This he's
Okay.
talking about when we just left, right?
the screaming skull chamber is here.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So trying to get all these guys, as many as possible,
Got it.
Okay.
just flying out and just biting at them.
Okay. I'm gonna go from top to bottom, left to right.
Okay. And the damage is 2d6.
Okay.
Oh man, they almost all made it.
Yep. Roll damage though.
Man, I rolled
Oh,
high
that-
too.
One of them gets absolutely savage though.
Well, that's a start.
Chews up a big chunk of their hit points. All right. Now the lightning bolt.
Yes. So we are starting it here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if you see this, let's see here. This ought to bounce twice.
Okay.
We're-
Before you
It
commit
doesn't
to
actually,
that,
it doesn't actually
remember,
do double damage.
It doesn't do double damage. It just you can catch them in the area of effect, or you can't. You can't double damage them.
Oh man,
I know.
what a jip!
Every
Daggone.
party needs a party pooper.
Oh, man. All right.
That's why they invited me.
Well, yeah, one of the most ineffectual lightning bolts of all time.
They position themselves in such a way as to mitigate it.
Yep, I'm going to still start it here and and bounce it said way,
Okay.
just to get those two guys.
All right. Roll damage.
Okie doke. We are doing /roll 7d6, 19 damage.
All right. One of them is killed instantly. You know what happens when a frog gets hit by lightning?
Oh.
It dies immediately.
Frog glop, I imagine,
Yes.
to quote Calvin.
Okay. The other one does not die immediately, but he does. Has a rough time.
He exudes a fair amount of frog glop.
Yes.
Well, that at least gives us some idea of how many hit points they have, and it's more than we have.
In most
Things
cases.
are not going great.
Okay. Before the next round of combat, who wants to cast a spell?
Not me, I'm blowing the horn.
Okay.
Magnus will cast a spell.
Okay. What is the spell that he is casting?
Fly.
Oh
Alrighty.
no!
Alrighty.
No. I changed my mind. That's a cowardly thing to do.
Well,
Uh,
another issue is that the ceiling is just not very high.
Yeah, it's
Like-
only
How high
about,
is the ceiling?
about 10 feet.
it's
Okay,
it's,
they can easily jump that.
it's
yeah.
more a matter of speed than it is.
Yeah, that's reasonable. I mean,
But
I
in
can
any
fly,
case-
so I'd be a hypocrite to tell you not to fly, but
Lightning bolt again.
Okay.
maybe they'll bunch up this time. Maybe they'll think you only had one.
I mean, either that or they stay put and they're afraid, and it gives our melee fighters a little bit more of a chance.
Alright.
Good
Thickness
point.
morale is holding. So she's looking a little shook. Okay. So
If we find out how strong she was, then we'll be the only ones who know about the treasure map.
also true. Zoltan is Zoltan is tooting the horn. Magnus is waving another lightning bolt. Okay. Now, initiative. You guys win. You guys still win because you win ties. Okay. First, movement and missile fire. There's not really any missile fire going to happen. Does anyone want to back away? Anyone want to push forward?
And then the line seems to be holding, right?
For now. That is true for now.
I mean, it's up to caller though.
Yes.
No,
Caller
I mean,
type guy.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're waiting on the horn to activate, and then we got to draw these guys out and use our.
Now, let me review my notes on how the horn works precisely, because I know I made some very specific rulings here, and they're going to be important. Magical treasure, horn of Valhalla silver. All right, once per day, it can be winded in combat. This is clear at the same time as casting spells. At the end of the round, during the spellcaster phase, 2d4 berserkers of 2 hit dice appear. They attack as monsters with +2 to hit. They are summoned creatures and not undead, blah blah blah. They can do nothing but battle, but they plunge immediately into battle and do so with unbreakable morale, blah 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 blah. Alright, so you are winding the horn, and they will arrive soon.
So unfortunately, it's not instant.
Unfortunately not. Alright. In the melee combat, so for movement-wise, they are going to start scampering back up. The frog guy who ducked into the hallway ducks forward, ignores the steaming carcass of the frogman who has been destroyed, and gestures emphatically towards you guys with his big, weird brass staff studded with eyes and like warts. And the others leap forward to close into melee with you. Unless you actually no, you guys move first. Are you guys moving around at all?
No.
Okay.
No.
They move into the line.
Good spawns we're gonna get.
Okay. These guys lined up neatly-ish. How much can they actually pack themselves in here? Not actually as tightly as they prefer. Yeah, they actually cannot quite close all 6 of them to melee at the moment.
Yeah, I should have been way more aggressive with the horn. I thought the lightning was just gonna zap them all.
And this one is bringing up the rear. He's chanting something in a frog-like language.
Oh no.
Can they move and cast spells?
It's not a spell, he's just chanting.
Oh no. Some sort of innate horrible ability connected to this staff.
Yeah, it's more likely just the ability. It doesn't. I'm going to level with you, man. He's trying to psych you out, and apparently it's working.
Don't tell us. You don't tell us that.
More pain. Stop.
You were doing
look,
great.
If he
I'm doing
can
enough
tell,
pain. Okay, listen, whatever.
I'm just
All
trying.
right.
I'm trying to bounce rulings back at him
The
because
world.
he's
Melee
listen,
phase.
if
Kill
he's-
some of these guys before they drop you like a sack of potatoes.
That sounds like a plan.
Okay.
I miss. Oh boy.
Rip. All right. Digny's going to take your shot. All right.
Miss for Monacan.
Holy shit.
I figured out you can make your own macros as a
Yes.
user, by the way, so you can type them in at the bottom if you all want.
Understood.
Oh, she hits hard.
Good.
Oh wow.
Actually, she kills one.
Good.
She jams her sword. She jams her sword right through its neck, and it drops in a blubbering heap.
Monacan and Locken are not in their comfort zone right now.
No, Locken is not. Locken is the only one who's in position to do a melee attack against this guy. This guy, Locken is also the only person who is within this guy's range attack. So if
going
Locken can
really
kill this
badly.
guy this turn, that would be fantastic.
He can't. He missed.
Okay.
Both of them missed.
Oh man.
Monacan missed also?
Yep.
Okay, and Blorford also missed. Alright. Let the pain commence.
Oh no.
Alright. This one's targeting Locken. Locken's fine.
Oh,
Okay.
Alright. Signe is targeted by the next one.
dodges desperately for his life.
Let's go. Let's go.
Signe is also fine.
Ooh.
Okay. Monacan is just out of range. Blorford is within range of 2. But he'll have cover against one of them because the corner is awkward. So here's the first strikes. Oh no! Oh, actually no, that's just 5 damage. Blorford is battered. This next one, it's going to attack at -2 for the due to the cover he has. But I'm including that in the roll, so what you see is what you get. Monacan.
Okay.
Blorford still stands.
For now.
All right. That's the melee phase.
Okay.
Now, Magnus. Lightning bolt.
Yes.
Where's it coming
They're all,
from?
they're all tied into melee.
So, here we go. We are bouncing it,
Okay.
starting from here.
Mhm.
Can you see my measurement?
Yes, I can see.
stick?
I can see everything you're clicking.
Okay. To like that,
Mm-hmm.
Trying to bounce it to hit the
and we're
leader.
gonna bounce it to hit the leader.
All right.
Does that?
Does
that work?
It does.
Oh yeah, it's 2 bounces, right?
It just keeps going.
It's not
Just keeps
too
going.
No, it has a range of 60.
Oh yeah, that's true, isn't it?
So
but-
I'm trying to get 1 bounce. I'm willing to miss 1 guy in the front, or even 2 if I can like hit 3 of them and get the leader. That's my kind of my goal. at
No,
least.
yeah, you can do that. Just
I mean, maybe it's better to start with where the leader's at. It's a 10-foot wide thing.
yeah. Yeah, that works.
How many can I encompass?
Width 10.
Looks like all of them.
It's upsides and downsides.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
The one
That's the
fighting
problem.
Lock-in. The one fighting Lock-in will not be struck, but every other one will be blasted. So,
Which
I will.
PCs will be threatened by this?
Signet and Blorpert.
Hmm.
However, they only have to roll one hit. And of course, if you wish, you can simply have everyone make their saving throws.
No, we have to kill them. I think we have to. Kill
I know.
them.
I love making absolutely
Well,
certain.
keep in mind we're going to have a lot more melee fighters next round, but that's really dependent on whether we win initiative or not.
All right. Well, here, let's just get her done.
All right.
So,
I will roll saving throws, top to bottom, left to right. Okay, and there.
24.
Oh man.
Hope you make your saving throw, Blorpert. Sorry.
Okay.
All right, let's see it.
Obliterated. Frogman detonated. Enhance him.
Detonated.
This frogman detonated.
Myrtleized.
This frogman. Actually, he survives. This frogman detonated. This frogman also obliterated. Now let's see you say. Now for Signet.
I'll roll. There you go.
Oh, are you rolling for Signet?
Fails.
Or is it,
That was Blorpert. Oh no.
No, that was for.
Oh.
Wait. Hold on.
That
Hold on.
no,
You get a
that's fine.
bonus or anything?
No,
Is there
no, I'm,
Normally, other
a raw
circumstances,
roll?
if AJ showed up, he might have.
Okay.
She gets a plus
oh,
one,
wait.
so that's an 11, and then that's still probably not going to be enough.
yeah. Let's see. A
What
third level
level
fighter.
Fighters
She's a
have
third.
to be-
She's a third level fighter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Might do it.
No.
No. Oh, actually, except against spells. Okay.
Ugh.
Yeah. No, I'm afraid we've discovered how strong Signet is.
Damn.
Wow.
Oh, I wish I'd
As
the
she
dang horn.
as she plunges her sword into the creature's throat, the lightning arcs through it, grounds her to the earth. A spray of blood erupts from her throat, blood already carbonizing as she collapses back, twitching, then still. Signet
We have to
falls
raise her.
dead. And
We've
Blorpert.
been-
Oh, enhancing. Let's see Blorpert's roll.
I thought that was Blorpert's roll.
Oh, that was
that
Signet's
was
roll.
Signy's roll.
Yeah, I got confused. Okay.
I am looking directly at the chat box.
I have to post
Okay.
this GIF.
Okay. First,
Okay.
everyone cross your fingers real hard.
We have to see that. We have to see the funny GIF or GIF.
That's all. Okay, here we go. Ready? Right now?
Actually, no, I have to see the GIF. I have to see the GIF. Okay, there you go. That's good.
It
We're ready
also
now.
Didn't work.
We're ready.
Okay, here we go.
Is that good?
Yes,
Yes.
actually.
Do it.
He passed because of his fighter plus save versus spells 1. +1 versus save
Is it
versus
plus one
spells.
versus spells?
No, it's +1 against everything except spells.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no!
Hold
Blorpert!
on.
Actually, hang on a second. He's level
Except
3,
against
right?
Spells. No, that is true.
Isn't
No.
he level 3?
No, no.
Oh, he's level
not.
2?
No, he fails.
Oh, no.
By 1.
Oh, no!
Oh.
I regret some things.
Warper
I feel like you
falls.
could have aimed
That
that
was the
different.
first time Father Chris killed my character.
Alrighty. Well, sometimes these things happen. As Helldivers teaches us, friendly fire is completely unavoidable, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Everything you
I-
said was wrong.
Alright, let me move these dead guys off the field for a second so that we can see what's left. Gonna roll morale for the survivors. Actually, roll 2d4 to see how many,
Should we roll morale?
No, that's always up to you guys. Actually, I'm gonna roll morale for Locken and Monacan.
My morale's shaking. I don't know about you guys.
Alright, Locken's morale holds.
I'd be surprised if Monacan was shaken by the. Maybe, I mean, I guess.
Monakins takes a
Both-
big step.
Both friendlies, the friendly to his left and his right in the line, both just exploded.
Yeah, Monakin takes a big step back, and he's like, ugh.
Here with this.
I'm going to suggest Magnus will suggest that wait, is combat? No, combat's not
No,
even
combat
over.
is not over. I need
Oh.
you to roll 2d4 to see how many of our majestic, glowing friends appear.
Oh, I missed that.
Alrighty.
I love rolling minimum. It's my favorite thing to do.
All right.
Well, so much for plan. Don't worry, we're gonna get saved by the horn soon.
You can remember, you can blow it a second time in an
And
emergency.
then it'll explode.
Everything's blowing up Millhouse. All right. All right. One of the frogmen attempts to takes a big step back, and as he does, like this frogman and Monakin both take a big step back away from each other at roughly the same time. And as he does, a shape steps out of the darkness behind him, illuminating the world. As Signe immediately reappears as a ancestral spirit.
Oh!
Just
And
like
smashes
Valeria.
him in the back of the head with her sword.
Just like Valeria. That's
Just like Valeria.
All right. Now we roll initiative again. Oh, actually, no. Before initiative, spells.
I can't blow the horn again.
Oh,
I know I can. I'm not gonna.
I
I
think
can't. I can, but I can't.
Okay.
I may
I
have
think we
done
got
enough
this.
damage,
I think we got
but
this.
I am still going to cast magic missile though.
Okay.
just in
So
case.
there are only 2 enemies left, or are there more we can't see? Is that right?
There are 2 enemies you can see.
I'm just gonna cast magic missile.
Okay. There we go. No, you can't cast lightning bolt again. Okay, there we go.
No, I'm just getting it off my sheet.
Understood. All right. Blorpert, I need you. You need to hold a seance so that Blorpert can roll initiative.
Oh,
Truly, he is blessed.
He gives one final blessing from his fat, incinerated body.
However, he's our beloved chubby man.
we gotta
All
raise
right.
some people.
You kind of do. All right. First,
Okay.
movement and missile fire. Monakin is not actually in melee, and would kind of rather not be, but he's also not inclined to shoot at the frogman that's entangled with the second draft of Signet.
He's not.
Well,
I mean, if you want to do,
feel-
we,
it
like,
feels
you
If
can
I
roll
remember
into-
correctly, they don't have a lot of hit points. So,
Yeah.
like, if
You wanna
he
put-
if he
if you wanna-
accidentally kills
Oh,
the...
wait, no, hang on a second. It's
He
flanked,
can
it's flanked.
backstab. He can
Oh,
backstab.
yeah, he's totally up for this. Yeah, never mind.
Okay.
Locking and Monakin, remember they can backstab and their morale suddenly spikes.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, they are getting in there. Okay, now, melee phase. You guys go first. Roll for Lock-in. Start with Lock-in, then do Monakin.
Okay.
And if these guys are still alive after being flanked by spirits of Signe and some guy who Signe seems to know, then we'll see where things go from that.
All right, that's at a plus.
That's probably still not going to hit, man.
It's
Their AC
not
is
gonna
16.
hit. It doesn't hit. Okay.
Yeah, sorry,
Monakin.
man. That'll
That'll hit.
definitely hit. This guy's dead as the doornail. Go ahead and roll that damage, and then triple it.
I just want to say real quick, I've come to the place where I'm just quickly erasing and filling it in because this guy did not point.
Oh, you're erasing that really good drawing.
Well, we have it on digital, so.
okay.
Aw.
We could res it, maybe.
You can res it.
Yeah,
you know that?
I want to res
They're
him.
gonna-
Look, he friendly fired you, man.
24.
Okay. Okay. Monakin cuts his head
24.
clean off.
All right.
This guy is
He's
extremely
wielding a
dead.
bastard sword, by the way.
Heck yeah.
Monakin is.
This guy couldn't be deader.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang, sneak attack with a bastard sword.
All right. The berserker is going to take a shot. The other berserker is going to take a shot at the survivor.
Yeah, the rules are specific. It says it can be a dagger, like anything that's a dagger or a sword.
Oh wait, no, it was Lock-in who hit?
No, Monakin hit.
Okay. I didn't even realize thieves could wield those. Anyway,
Yeah.
this Berserker is going to take a quick shot with his War Axe, which will hit, and he will... Come on. Let me roll the dice. Roll the dice, gosh darn it.
They're actually proficient with all martial weapons.
That's pretty cool. He rolls max damage, which is pretty good.
Nice.
Okay. This guy would really rather leave at this point. His morale is
bad.
pretty broke. He is just going to let you guys take shots at him as he bounces away for freedom. So Locken and Berserker may take your final rolls. Okay, that will hit, and Locken wastes him, I think. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. Whoops, sorry.
Not quite. Alright. That is one very dead frog.
This is my fault for not blowing the horn immediately. Though,
Yeah, it is, said Signet. You should have done that right away. She smacks you.
I mean, I was saying that.
You best bring me back, even if you do have to use your own. If you don't have to use your own religion to do it, you owe me. And she phases out of existence.
Don't do it.
The other berserkers
In character, the first thing that I would have said would be to tell Magnus, "You just blew up Blorpert."
Yeah, I like Blorpert.
I don't.
You rolled a 17 for charisma.
You better like it. You rolled a 17 for charisma.
Everybody else in the world likes Blorpert, but Magnus
He's very likable.
has been suspicious of the Perts since they first showed up.
You're still
I
gonna
didn't
get a
say we
perk.
weren't suspicious of him. I never said he wasn't suspicious.
Yeah. No, he feels partially responsible for what happened.
Really? Why? Why
So-
would he feel at all responsible? You blew him up with a lightning bolt.
So he'll contribute. How much does it cost to
No.
do the?
Please don't do that. Please let him
Why
die.
not? Why?
Well, let's talk about it.
I
afterwards. don't
get
wanna bog
why.
you
I
guys
get
down.
why.
No. Go ahead. Let's talk about it.
It's like
afterwards. Go ahead.
500G. It's like 500G.
Oh man, so 1,000 for both of them. Okay, I'm gonna look inside of before we run, which we should probably do immediately. I would like to poke around
Run.
in
No,
here.
we
if
need
there's
to go down
any
the. We need to
treasure.
go down. Yeah, we need to go down the Black Mold Tunnel, with some, just to see what's going on.
I hold my breath and I start poking around in there. Can I do that?
Yeah, you can. Monacan looks at you like you guys are insane for
That's right.
continuing to push on at this point. But
I
Locke
hiss.
is like, yeah, no, you get used to it.
Wait, Monacan does? Or you? Or,
No, sorry. Locken looks at you guys like you guys are insane, and Monacan is like, yeah, you get used to it. Then the Berserkers are, of course, faded out at this point.
Yeah, we're really screwed if anything else happens. But I just treasure. I gotta get the treasure.
Okay, well, he is holding a big brassy staff thing, which looks special until he exploded.
All right, well, you guys check that out.
Okay.
I'm gonna check this out. And I try to avoid there's at least one spear trap, so that's not great.
Well, the good news is that the mold is thoroughly obliterated by the fiery explosion. At the
the plan
far
worked.
end, you can see what looks like another concealed door, which opens into a different place.
Okay, I open it. Just
Okay.
gonna be brave. I do it. I got full health. I got full HP.
Okay. Okay.
We got 9 minutes left, and the chicken's getting cold.
All right. The second you open the door, here is what you see.
If it's another fight, then rip.
Okay. There is a chamber resembling a cluttered storeroom, abandoned laboratory. Looks weird.
Those look weird.
Second. Okay, there is a sarcophagi right here. The second you open the door, a annoyed-looking guy who is clearly preserved through embalmment shoves open the door and sits up, pulls out a big magical longsword you can tell it's magical because it's glowing black. Says something rude and advances on you menacingly. What do you do?
Oh.
Oh, this seems like there's a lot more to explore here.
It sure does.
the whole other door. Hopefully, you shout out.
You stammer incoherently and freeze up in place. Is that what you're doing?
No, I say, I just kind of like yell. I just kind of like yell, "No, fuck off!" when I run away.
All right. So you flee. The
We got
mummy
no time left. We don't have
mummy-
time for a fight.
The mummy pursueth.
We
Well,
have
if he's
time.
pursuing them, we could all beat him up.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have time.
He pursues farther. He feels
Okay,
brave.
all right. Can I
mean,
get any kind of sense of what kind of undead this is?
Can
I bite him? Is there an enemy
That's
that I can
lightning bolt.
there's no thing you want to bite down here.
Oh,
Actually, no, I'm all out of lightning bolts. Never mind.
Okay. Check his.
I guess my magic missile fizzled from before, right? They're all
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah, you exploded him.
bite?
Yeah, those guys were obliterated. Yeah.
Could you be more specific?
The magic missiles fizzled because those guys
Alright.
were killed in hand-to-hand combat.
I jump on him and I constrict
You're
him to
in
death.
trouble. You know
I
what
jump on him
happened
and I
to
constrict him to death.
Rob? Florpert died because you weren't here to protect him. Florpert's dead.
It
It's
is
your
my
fault. I will expect a written
I
apology
jump on the
from
mummy
you
and
to-
wrestle it. I jump on the
Okay.
mummy and wrestle it.
Okay, roll initiative. Roll initiative real fast. Florpert, get in here. You're playing Monacan now. Okay.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, you played him to begin. It's perfectly
Yeah.
reasonable.
You're
No.
borrowing Monacan for this. You've
You
got
know
7
that
minutes.
So
there-
that Monacan
Yeah.
roll means that it wins initiative. Is that correct?
Yes, it wins initiative.
Okay,
It
so it advances on us and takes a swing.
Yes, it charges on Zoltan and takes a swing at it. At which point
Can I declare a spell?
you can. What spell do you want to cast?
Magic missile.
Okay. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Okay. Zoltan's lawful, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. He misses, though. You
man.
can feel the
Oh,
corrosive
man.
power of the sword at a distance.
Oh
And, like,
no.
Yes.
Does
you
that
notice
happen with a touch?
No.
No.
It'll come up later. Don't worry about it.
Oh no.
Okay.
All right. Too late. Here we go.
Okay. Roll your attack. Roll to attack. Its AC is 16.
6 now.
Okay.
19.
You hit. Roll damage.
You're blacking the door.
I think this
Knock.
is okay. 5
Okay.
damage.
Okay.
And what I'm trying to do is wrestle
Okay.
so that I can just get fucking take so many more swings at me.
Okay. You can feel his bones crumpling under your body. He doesn't seem to care. You are not a +1 magical weapon, and so you cannot injure him.
Oh.
Okay.
Right.
However, this does not afflict the rot on you. Okay.
Can
We
I
should
can I
run,
immobilize him?
Should be
Is that a
good
thing
for-
that people can do?
Yes, that's a different thing, but you can try to do it.
I will try to do that.
Okay. Roll your hit. You're going to engage him in a wrestling match. That's his hit dice versus yours. Roll your hit dice in D6. I don't remember off the top how many hit dice you have, but I know it's one more than you had last week.
It's one more than I had last time, even if I rolled a 1.
Okay, and he has this many.
Okay.
Okay, you win the wrestling match.
All right.
Okay.
I expose his chest to Magnus shooting him with the frickin'
And with the magic missile, and to
It's magic
Monacan.
missile.
Okay.
When do you get your 4th and 5th missile?
At
on.
9th level.
9th level.
Sorry, you're gonna hit it with 3d4.
Yep.
But before that, Locken and Monacan, are you guys going to stab this guy?
Oh yes. Well, yes. Sure, Monacan can. I don't know. Can they both fit?
The door's
Normally I
10
would say
feet
no.
wide.
Yeah, normally I would say no, but Zoltan is holding him still. Okay.
Okay. Well, can we get
Do either
back?
of them have magic weapons?
Yeah, probably. Do you have magical weapons?
Monacan. No.
If they don't have magic weapons, I
no.
don't think it's going to do anything.
Yeah.
Dang. Monacan has a +1 arrows.
Stab him with it.
No, he has a +1 dagger. What am I thinking?
Stab him with it. Use
Yeah.
the dagger. I
Dagger.
announced loudly that oh, it's immune to
Yeah.
non-magical weapons. I can't hurt it at all.
Roll
Does
to
this
hit.
what- do I get a +4?
Yes, but remember that Ross is running Monacan, so.
Oh, sorry.
Well,
Yes.
Monacan already attacked him.
No.
Did he?
No.
When?
Did he? Where?
Yeah, I mean, I
No, I
rolled
didn't.
for it.
Everyone's like
Where?
rolling as masked as
Oh.
someone else.
Oh, is this the 13 3 minutes ago?
It's the 19 and the 5.
Well, the 19
Alright.
was me.
Yeah, the 19 was Zoltan.
Which one?
Well, not necessarily. Like, watch this.
Oh no, you're right. So Oh, so Zoltan rolled a.
Boom, there's another
Okay.
Zoltan, you know.
Okay, no, yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, you would hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
You gotta deselect your character before you roll.
Does the backstab make sense here? Yeah, double damage rather than full triple, because I don't know how the heck. No, full triple. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
With your stabbing knife.
You said triple?
Yeah, he's a high level thief.
Okay.
Okay.
11. Or sorry.
15.
Okay.
No,
So
it's
we
not
tried-
D8. It's not D8. I gotta.
Yeah,
step
it's
in.
just a 1d4.
Yeah.
Reroll
My
them.
bad.
Okay. No problem. 3d4.
Not your fault.
Yeah.
It's +1 though.
Yeah, so it'd be 3d4 plus 3 total. Or you can just. Okay.
Nice.
A serious injury. You carve it open. Horrendous steam shoots out its chest as it screams something in a foreign tongue. All right. Magnus. Roll. Okay, so as the invisible bullets strike forth, something weird happens, which is a shimmer glares on one of its fingers as you notice a mystic ring come to life and activate in response to your spell. All right.
Oh boy.
You take 6 points of damage
Ah,
as your own bullets punch through you. And it
ah.
takes.
Oh.
However, it is also injured. Okay. Now it's time for the
Magnus.
next turn.
Magnus doubles over suddenly in pain.
Okay. Next turn, real fast. Who is casting a spell? Is Magnus casting another spell?
Fly.
Okay, Magnus starts casting fly. Monacan, what are you doing?
We should run, right?
Stab him,
we
stab him.
I've been
run?
running it. It just followed me.
Stab him. Stab him.
I mean, also, for whatever it's worth, referee, the rules state that
I can't see how much health he's got.
if
Okay, I can
if
see.
an
We
opponent
We got this. We got this.
if an opponent is grappled and no one frees them on the next turn, they can be coup de grace.
Well, let's see if someone frees him on the next turn, because he's going to try.
So yes, I suppose
Zoltan is like wrestling very hard, but he can tell there's something incredibly unwholesome about this, and is just making very unhappy noises.
Yes. Alrighty. Zoltan, I need you to roll your hit dice again.
66.
Okay. Once again,
Oh.
you maintain the hold. It is
Wow.
helpless before Monacan's blows.
Crazy.
Keeping its
roll.
fingers and its orifices away from me.
This is a
Monac-
titanic struggle between light, darkness, and neutrality. Stabbing.
Yes. All right, Monacan, let's see your second
Born
shot.
with a heart full of neutrality.
All right.
Stop
Once again,
rolling cast as me.
Well, you're the one doing most of the work, holding them still and all. Anyway,
That is true.
with your bonuses, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Weirdly, Boundary's not letting me. It's making me roll as used. I don't know.
Well, can you select a different character?
I
just
cannot.
click his
in
mana-
fact. I cannot.
Huh? Weird.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
well,
probably
come to
because your PC's fucking dead.
He's still on the map. Okay. Alrighty. So that'll be 6 points of damage. Not quite enough to kill him. You stab him like right in the lungs, which would matter a whole lot if you used them ever.
Does
Oh, I
anyone
didn't-
else
I
have
didn't
any
get-
other magic
yes.
weapons at all?
Lockin does Lockin have any magical weapons?
No, I didn't cast that.
Lockin is
Lockin does not, although he can grab one from Magnus's belt.
Magnus just has magic weapons on his belt?
Lockin actually okay,
from the
Lockin
pile of
comes
ashes
in
on the
with
ground.
Lorpert's sword. What was Lorpert's sword again?
The Sword of Sarachek. It's a 1d10 two-handed
Well,
sword.
he whips it anyway with a 3.
Magnus, you can stab him with your thing.
I can't.
Okay,
actually.
Magnus starts flying, and then it's the beginning of the third round. Magnus, what spell are you casting now?
Um.
Have you tried casting knife?
The creature is doing its
We got
best to
this.
try and sink
We got
its
this.
teeth into Zoltan's
I-
body from
I
whatever
really-
angle
Bad
it
time
can.
here.
Yeah, I have.
It kicks Monacan in the face.
Jeez.
Kill it. You have to kill it.
It's just like that
Go
scene
ahead.
from Return of the Living Dead with that green thing that popped out
It
of the
hooks
canister.
a foot around Locken's head in some weird martial arts move and stomps him against the wall, dazing him a moment.
Oh,
What spell are you casting?
I am casting Charm Person. No, I don't have that. I don't have
Can
that.
you cast him? Can you stab him with the knife or not?
Hold on. I have a Scroll of Protection versus Undead.
Ah!
Can I cast it on Zolatan?
I can't even remember how that works. I'm pretty sure this produces a radius effect around you.
Oh, well,
we'll co-
that sounds useful. I'll
this-
cast it on myself and just stride towards him.
Okay, you start casting. Begin spinning up the protection from evil effect. Okay, Zolatan, roll to keep control of the grapple another turn. You do keep control of the grapple another turn. Locken is
It's a waste of a spell. This guy's gonna be dead.
Locken smacks it with his shield in the face. Manak can finish it off with your magical knife. You have to kill it. You must kill it.
Kill it! It's so unclean.
Does he get a free
it's so
hit for coup de
gross.
grace? He's been in control for 2 turns.
We're in me being
stretching
creative
here.
mode.
I'm reaching here.
Roll to hit. I need you to see that D20 roll.
Should be a nice bonus.
Okay.
That's a good
That
roll.
will do it.
Everyone's
Okay.
me.
Yes. Okay. Finally, you put the god awful thing down.
Oh,
I immediately just disengage and just get as far away from it, just angrily brushing myself like.
Okay.
Except I keep my mouth closed in case any dust gets inside, so it's like.
listen, let's all
Okay.
go with him this time.
All right.
I know it's late, but we got to get the treasure. Otherwise,
Yeah. No.
The chicken's
enough.
getting very cold.
Yeah. Manakin bends over. Actually, no. Locken bends over and takes the sword from the thing's hand. Says, hangs onto that.
Dibs on the ring.
And we'll come back to this later, so that you guys extract back to the surface world, such as it is.
So we don't.
Thank you.
We don't. I see that we would have time to examine its lair.
Yes, and I will give you all that information later after we've eaten the chicken.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, but you're not going to examine the lair because you have to leave now because you're out of fighters and you're exhausted because it's the end of the session. But you can come back next week.
Mythic Mountains RPG is a private online play club that focuses on folk RPGs. Folk RPGs are the games that belong to all of us. They're what actually happens at a table between friends. It's their voice that has the authority on what is fun and what works for them. Weekly, we upload our games to allow others to sit in with us. The channel isn't monetized. We don't own the artwork, music, software, or games shown in these actual plays, and you can find links to their authors in the description. Like, subscribe, and share if you wish, or don't. Just like games in person, you're welcome to pull up a chair, sit in, and watch some of our games. No performances, no fancy equipment, just regular people playing folk pencil and paper role-playing games and having a good time. We hope these games will prove a source of enjoyment to anyone just wanting to listen in, anyone looking for examples of how actual groups run and play folk RPGs, and most importantly, if you haven't found your group yet, you're welcome here at ours.